Imagine this. You're sitting across from a trusted friend in a quiet coffee shop, sharing a piece of your heart. As the words tumble out, you feel a rush of relief until you notice the change in their eyes. Something shifts. The air feels heavier, and suddenly you wish you could take it all back. That secret, that deeply personal struggle or joy, wasn't safe after all. It's out there now, and you can't undo it. The moment haunts you, replaying over and over in your mind as you lay awake at night. Now, imagine if you could avoid that regret. If you could know with certainty what should remain locked away in the depths of your heart, only between you and God. Today we're diving into a sensitive yet crucial topic. The power of keeping certain things to yourself. Not just to avoid the sting of betrayal or misunderstanding, but to protect your spirit, your calling, and the sacred plans God has for you. Because, my friend, not every piece of your life is meant to be shared. Some things hold too much weight, too much power to be handled carelessly by others. In this video, we'll explore 7 things you should never reveal to anyone. These aren't just secrets. They're treasures of your soul, and they need more than just a lock and key. They need wisdom, discernment, and sometimes silence. So, stay with me as we learn how to guard what's most precious and why sometimes the strongest thing you can do is keep silent. 1. Personal prayer requests. Prayer is our direct line to God, a sacred conversation that echoes the depths of our hearts. In these private moments, we lay bare our deepest desires, fears, and hopes before the Lord. It's a spiritual dialogue where vulnerability meets divine comfort, and where we speak freely without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. In Matthew 6:6, Jesus instructs us, "But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." This verse isn't just about the physical act of isolating ourselves to pray. It's about the profound intimacy that comes from a personal dialogue with God. Here, in solitude, our prayers are not performances, but heartfelt expressions of our true selves. Holding personal prayers close is about cherishing this intimacy. When we share these details with others, we risk turning our genuine communications with God into topics for public discussion, which can dilute their sincerity and power. By keeping our personal prayers between us and God, we maintain the purity and strength of our spiritual connection, ensuring that these dialogues remain as they were intended: personal, profound, and private. Sarah, a middle-aged teacher, discovered the transformative power of private prayer during a particularly challenging season of her life. Her husband had been diagnosed with a serious illness, and the prognosis was uncertain. Overwhelmed with worry, Sarah found herself retreating more and more into her faith, seeking solace and strength. One night, feeling particularly burdened, Sarah entered her small prayer room, a quiet little corner of their home filled with a few cherished items: a worn Bible, a wooden cross, and a kneeling pad. There, she poured out her heart to God, not just asking for healing, but also expressing her deepest fears and seeking guidance. This became a nightly routine. Alone, Sarah found herself speaking to God more openly, sharing thoughts she hadn't even articulated to her closest friends. Over time, she noticed a change not only in her spiritual life, but also in her daily demeanor. She felt a profound sense of peace, a reassurance that, regardless of the outcome, she and her husband were in God's hands. Several months later, her husband's condition began to improve against all odds. Sarah is convinced that it was during those nights of solitary prayer that she truly learned the power of placing her trust wholly in God. She believes that her private prayers were a shield and sustenance, bringing not just comfort, but real, divine intervention in their lives. This personal journey with prayer deepened her faith in a way that communal prayer had never done before. Now that we've seen how personal prayer can shield and sustain us, let's consider another intimate aspect of our lives. How might sharing our deepest struggles impact us differently than we expect? Let's explore why these two should be guarded. 2. Your deepest struggles. When we face life's challenges, our instinct might be to seek support by sharing our struggles with others. While this can sometimes provide comfort, there are also risks involved in opening up too broadly. Sharing deeply personal issues can lead to unintended consequences, such as misinterpretation, misuse of information, or even judgment from those who might not fully understand or empathize with our circumstances. In some cases, our vulnerabilities can be exposed to criticism or can even become fodder for gossip among those we believed would be supportive. This can lead to additional stress and anxiety, compounding the very struggles we hope to alleviate by sharing. Additionally, when our personal issues are widely known, it can alter others' perceptions of us, potentially affecting relationships and even professional opportunities. Moreover, broad sharing can sometimes dilute the sanctity of our experiences. Our struggles are deeply personal and often formative. They are a part of our unique journey with God, who calls us to cast our cares on Him, as stated in 1 Peter 5. 7. Cast all your anxiety on Him, because He cares for you. By selectively sharing these parts of our lives, we maintain control over our narrative and ensure that our struggles are handled with the respect and confidentiality they deserve. Consider the story of Joseph in the Bible, as detailed in the book of Genesis. Joseph, a young man favored by his father, received visions from God, revealing that he would rise to a position of great power and that his family would one day bow to him. Excited and naive, Joseph shared these dreams with his brothers, who already harbored jealousy towards him. His openness about the dreams only fueled their envy and resentment, leading to Joseph being sold into slavery by his own brothers. This story illustrates the potential risks of sharing personal revelations or struggles without discretion. Joseph's lack of prudence in whom he trusted with his dreams turned what was meant to be a divine revelation into a source of great personal suffering. Although God ultimately used these circumstances to fulfill His plan for Joseph, the immediate consequences of his indiscretion were severe and life-altering. In a modern context, this story can be likened to sharing personal ambitions or challenges on social media, or with acquaintances whose intentions may not be clear. Just as Joseph's brothers used his own words against him, people today can misuse shared information, sometimes leading to damaging gossip or even sabotage in professional or personal realms. Joseph's experience serves as a powerful reminder of the wisdom of guarding our personal stories until we are sure of the trustworthiness and supportiveness of those with whom we choose to share. Having seen how sharing struggles can lead to unforeseen challenges, let's pivot to a seemingly positive aspect of our lives. How might openly celebrating our achievements and blessings also require careful consideration? Let's delve into the importance of modesty in sharing our successes. 3. Your achievements and blessings. Sharing our achievements and blessings openly can be a natural expression of joy, yet it also opens the door to envy, a powerful and destructive emotion. Envy, as warned in Proverbs 14:30, is described as rottenness to the bones. It can corrupt relationships and create divisions even among close friends and family members. When others hear about our successes, particularly in a manner that may come across as boastful or excessive, it can foster feelings of inadequacy or resentment. These emotions can lead to strained relationships, as envy makes it difficult for others to genuinely rejoice with us. Instead of fostering community and support, our revelations might inadvertently cause isolation and conflict. Furthermore, envy can provoke others to undermine our accomplishments or even sabotage our future efforts. This is not just about personal grievances. In professional settings, for instance, revealing too much about our successes can trigger competitive behaviors that complicate teamwork and collaboration. Thus, while it is important to celebrate our milestones, wisdom dictates that we do so with discernment. By understanding the impact of our sharing, we can protect not only our relationships, but also the sanctity of our personal journeys and achievements. Let's consider the case of Emily, a dedicated project manager who recently led her team to a significant victory by securing a major client for her company. Filled with pride and excitement, Emily shared detailed accounts of her success during a company-wide meeting and on her social media platforms, highlighting her strategic moves and the personal efforts she put into winning the deal. However, what Emily perceived as sharing joy and potentially inspiring her colleagues turned into a source of tension. Some team members felt overshadowed and underappreciated, as they too had contributed significantly but were not mentioned in her narratives. This created an undercurrent of resentment within the team, which Emily initially did not notice. Moreover, a rival within the company, who had also been eyeing the promotion Emily was likely to get, started to downplay her achievements in front of senior management. He suggested that the success was more due to the team's long-standing reputation and the groundwork laid by others before Emily took over. His comments, combined with the brewing team discontent, began to tarnish the image Emily had hoped to enhance. This situation could have been mitigated had Emily chosen a more discreet approach to sharing her success. By acknowledging her team's collective effort and selectively sharing her personal contributions in smaller, more appropriate settings, she could have maintained team harmony and safeguarded her professional image against potential sabotage. Understanding the delicate balance of sharing our achievements leads us naturally to our next important topic. How should we approach sharing our future plans and goals? Let's explore why sometimes the best strategy for achieving our dreams involves moving in silence until they are fully realized. 4. Future plans and goals. Keeping future plans and goals private until they come to fruition can provide several strategic benefits. Firstly, it protects your plans from premature exposure, which can invite unwanted scrutiny, criticism, or even jealousy from others. When plans are kept close to the chest, you minimize the risk of someone else sabotaging your efforts or stealing your ideas. Secondly, maintaining privacy around your intentions allows you to work through challenges and refine your strategies without external pressures or distractions. It provides a quiet space for contemplation and adjustment, which is often necessary for achieving complex or long-term goals. This solitude in planning can lead to clearer decision-making and a stronger, more focused execution. Additionally, revealing your achievements only after they are accomplished creates a positive impact and can often inspire and motivate others more effectively. It demonstrates the power of quiet diligence and perseverance, reinforcing the idea that success is often achieved through patient and persistent effort rather than through the fanfare of public declaration. In the biblical context, Matthew 6:3-4 advises, "But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret." This principle of secrecy to preserve the purity of one's intentions can be applied to personal goals, emphasizing the spiritual merit of humility and discretion in our pursuits. Consider the story of Rachel, an aspiring entrepreneur, with a groundbreaking idea for a new eco-friendly product. Aware of the competitive nature of the startup world, Rachel decided to keep her plans under wraps until she had fully developed her prototype and secured the necessary patents. Rachel began her journey by conducting extensive research and development in private, consulting only a select few trusted advisors and a legal team to ensure her idea was protected. She refrained from discussing her project in public forums or on social media, which is often a hotbed for information leakage. After months of diligent work, Rachel launched her product at a well-known industry conference. The reveal was a resounding success, catching her competitors by surprise and capturing the attention of several major investors. Her strategic privacy meant that competitors had no forewarning to create counter-products or to muddy public perception against her innovation. The launch not only secured a substantial initial funding round, but also established Rachel as a visionary in her field. Her story became an inspiring case study at business seminars on the importance of strategic planning and privacy. Rachel's success underscored the power of moving silently. By keeping her cards close to her chest, she was able to navigate potential obstacles quietly and emerge on the scene with a fully realized, market-changing product. As we've seen, safeguarding our professional aspirations can lead to triumphant unveilings. Similarly, there are aspects of our personal lives, particularly family matters, that also merit protection. Let's now consider why maintaining privacy around our family affairs is not just prudent, but essential for our well-being. 5. Your family's private matters. Family is often our closest and most cherished relationship, and the privacy of family matters is crucial for maintaining a healthy and secure home environment. This privacy serves as a protective barrier, shielding family members from external judgments and unwarranted interference. It allows for the nurturing of a safe space where individuals can express themselves freely and work through personal issues without fear of outside scrutiny or gossip. The importance of keeping family matters private is underscored by the potential for misinterpretation and misuse of information when it becomes public. What is shared within the family often requires context that outsiders might not understand or respect. Without this context, well-meaning advice can quickly turn into harmful interference, and sensitive information can be used inappropriately, leading to conflicts or distress. Moreover, maintaining family privacy fosters trust among family members. It reassures each member that their personal stories, challenges, and triumphs are respected and valued within the family circle and will not be exposed to those who might not hold them in the same regard. This trust is foundational to building strong, supportive family relationships that withstand the pressures and challenges of life. In essence, protecting the privacy of family matters is about respecting and preserving the integrity of the family unit, ensuring it remains a sanctuary of trust and mutual respect. Let's consider the story of Linda, a devoted mother and active community member who experienced firsthand the consequences of oversharing family matters. Linda was proud of her family and often shared updates about their lives on social media, including her children's achievements and the family's personal challenges. One particular instance proved to be a learning moment for Linda. She posted about her teenage son's struggle with anxiety, hoping to find support and advice from other parents online. The post detailed his experiences and her efforts to help him cope, including some personal struggles and specific incidents at school. While many friends offered sympathy and support, the post unexpectedly reached her son's schoolmates and teachers, leading to unintended repercussions. Her son faced teasing from peers who found out about his struggles through the post, and he felt embarrassed and betrayed by the invasion of his privacy. This incident strained their relationship as he felt his trust had been compromised. Linda learned that what was intended as a moment of seeking support inadvertently led to public exposure that affected her son's social life and mental health. This experience taught her the importance of discretion in sharing family matters, especially those that involve sensitive issues. From then on, Linda became more mindful about what she shared publicly, focusing on maintaining the family's privacy to protect her children's well-being and dignity. Having seen how the disclosure of family matters can ripple out beyond our control, let's shift our focus to another area where discretion is key: our acts of charity. Why might keeping our charitable deeds private not only be a spiritual directive, but also enhance their true value? 6. Charitable acts. In the Christian faith, charitable acts hold a significant place, emphasizing compassion and support for those in need. However, the manner in which these acts are carried out is also important. Matthew 6:1-4 offers clear guidance on this, teaching believers to avoid practicing righteousness before others to be seen by them. Specifically, it instructs, "But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." This directive serves several purposes. Firstly, It ensures that acts of charity are performed for the right reasons, not for recognition or praise from others, but out of genuine compassion and obedience to God's will. Keeping charitable acts secret preserves their purity, aligning the act with selfless love, as intended. Secondly, secretive charity protects the dignity of those receiving aid. It avoids drawing undue attention to them, which could potentially lead to embarrassment or stigma. Instead, it respects their privacy and treats them with the humanity they deserve. Thus, from a biblical perspective, keeping charitable deeds private is not merely a suggestion. It's a profound expression of faith and humility, teaching believers the value of sincere and humble service. Consider the story of Thomas, a businessman known for his philanthropy. Yet few were aware of the extent of his charity because he always chose to give anonymously. This practice of his was inspired by the biblical teachings on humility and the pure joy of giving without seeking recognition. One winter, Thomas learned about a local school in his community that was struggling to provide warm meals and proper winter clothing for underprivileged children. He was deeply moved by the children's needs, but wanted to ensure that his contribution would maintain the dignity of the families involved. Without revealing his identity, Thomas arranged through a local charity to pay for the installation of a new kitchen in the school and supplied winter coats and boots for all the children in need. He requested the charity to keep his contributions anonymous, ensuring that the focus remained on the aid received rather than the giver. The impact of his generosity was profound. The school was able to provide not only warmer clothing, but also a steady stream of nutritious meals throughout the winter. The children and their families felt supported and uplifted, not knowing to whom they owed their gratitude, which preserved their dignity and focused the narrative on community support rather than individual philanthropy. Thomas's story exemplifies the powerful positive ripple effects of giving in secrecy. His actions demonstrate that true charity lies in the act of giving itself, not in the accolades received, fulfilling the essence of compassionate and humble giving as taught in the Scriptures. Having explored the silent strength of anonymous charity, let's turn our attention to another deeply personal aspect: our convictions and visions. Why is it sometimes essential to keep our most cherished convictions to ourselves? Let's delve into the protective power of privacy over our spiritual visions. 7. Personal convictions or visions. Our personal convictions and visions, especially those that feel divinely inspired, are among the most intimate aspects of our spiritual lives. These inner revelations can guide our decisions and shape our destiny. Keeping these visions private often protects their purity and potential from being diluted or dismissed by premature exposure. When shared too broadly or too soon, our visions can be subjected to skepticism or criticism that not only saps our enthusiasm, but may also sway our resolve. The delicate nature of a nascent vision is similar to a seedling. Just as a young plant needs a protected environment to grow, our visions require a nurturing space free from the harsh elements of doubt and negativity. Furthermore, keeping visions private allows them to mature within us, giving us time to pray, reflect, and seek God's guidance without interference. This period of internal gestation can lead to clearer, more defined goals and strategies that are aligned with our spiritual path. In the biblical context, Joseph's story teaches us about the timing of sharing visions. His premature sharing of his prophetic dreams led to severe trials. This illustrates that while our visions are meant to be eventual testimonies, there is wisdom in waiting for the right moment and maturity before they are brought into the open. Maria, a dedicated community organizer, once received a vivid vision during prayer. She saw herself leading a large-scale project that would bring together various community resources to support families in need. Excited and motivated by this clear calling, Maria chose to keep her vision close to her heart, sharing it only with her closest spiritual advisor. As she nurtured this vision, Maria began laying the groundwork discreetly. She started small, building relationships with local leaders and organizations, and gaining a deep understanding of her community's specific needs. She kept her larger vision private, focusing instead on establishing trust and credibility within her community. Months passed, and Maria's efforts began to bear fruit. She launched a pilot project that was met with enthusiastic support. Encouraged, she slowly expanded her initiatives, always careful to keep the full extent of her vision under wraps until she felt the community was ready to embrace it fully. Finally, a year later, Maria unveiled her comprehensive community support program during a major community event. The project was immediately embraced by everyone, with many stakeholders expressing their commitment to contribute. Maria's vision, which had started as a private revelation, became a community milestone. Her story is a testament to the power of discretion. By carefully nurturing her vision and choosing the right time to share it with the broader community, Maria ensured not only the success of her project, but also protected the integrity of her initial divine inspiration. We've journeyed together through these 7 crucial aspects of our lives that as chosen ones we should guard carefully. Each point, from the intimacy of our prayers to the privacy of our most sacred visions, plays a vital role in strengthening our spiritual walk and protecting our divine destiny. Now I turn to you, our beloved viewers. What resonated with you the most today? Is there a particular area in your life where you've experienced the power of discretion? Or perhaps you're feeling called to start protecting certain aspects of your personal journey? I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story could be the very encouragement someone else needs to hear today. And if you found today's video enlightening, don't keep it to yourself. Feel free to share it with friends or family members who might also benefit from these insights. Together, we can build a community of believers who support and uplift each other in our individual and collective journeys. Don't forget to like this video if it spoke to you, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content like this. We post new videos every day to help you on your spiritual path, offering guidance, encouragement, and fellowship. Remember, you are chosen for a purpose, and part of that purpose is to move wisely and prudently in the world. Guard your heart, nurture your visions, and let your light shine in the way God intended. Thank you for watching, and may your journey be blessed with wisdom and discretion. Stay blessed, stay inspired, and as always, keep faith in your heart.